my dad, he got up, and he was like, Porunga, you said whatever, yeah. How do you not know someone here could be that caste?
It's annoying. It's so sad. It's fucked up, and it makes me so angry, and it makes me think back to all those fucking guys that DM'd me saying, can you stop talking about casteism because it doesn't exist here.
Called me, breaking up on the phone. She's like, oh, it's not gonna work. I was like, why? He's like, oh, because you're a different caste.
Yeah.
And I was like, so? And like, oh no, it's just that if you go to parties, you're gonna be looked at differently.
Yeah.
Shut up, will ya?
Yeah.
I've had enough of your bullshit.
Why are you such an angry person? Like, you guys are aggressive, you guys are angry. Yeah. Same with black people.
You behave differently. Oh yeah.
Shit's pissing me off, bro. I'm done for today.
Wait, what?
I'll come in the next one.
Hey guys, welcome back to another podcast. It's just a couple of lads doing a podcast. But yeah, let's get into it, man. What are we talking about today?
We can't carry on with these podcasts if there's not going to be any sort of like
that's true.
Deep topics.
Deep topics, yeah.
Meaningful stuff. Try and make people think.
Yeah. So we're talking about stuff that examples are things that people are not willing to talk about properly. And what we want to do is make this platform a safe space where you can say whatever you want. Things that are taboo, things that are frowned upon, things that you wouldn't normally hear people talk about on an open platform. And being Tamils, as we are, there's a lot of limitations as to what we can say and what we can't say sometimes. And we don't give a fuck about that.
No.
Nah.
We need to talk about it.
Somebody has to start it, and it could be us.
And the thing is, if you do get offended by anything we say, we might be wrong. I'm not saying we're always going to be right.
No, I'm always right.
Okay, fair enough, whatever.
I'm always right. Talk for yourself, mate.
Yeah. Narcissistic bitch. But like I said, we're not always gonna be right. We might say the wrong things here and there because obviously we don't know the facts about certain things.
Yeah.
But
just come join us, sit down, have a cup of tea or whatever, and just listen. If you're driving, put it on full sound.
Yeah.
And if you're watching on YouTube, have a cup of tea and whatnot. Let's get straight into it, guy.
Alright, let's get straight to the point. Today's
topic.
No
sugarcoating.
Nah. Straight to the point.
Yeah.
Caste. Our favorite topic.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, me and Vithujan have spoken about caste quite a lot on social media
over the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
More in the last few years, kind of thing. Yeah.
And the thing is, there's two types of response we get. Obviously, there's DMs we get where people are like, "Thank you so much for speaking about this because we've been affected by it."
Yeah.
Or I've had couples come up to me and say,
you did mention one time.
I went to this event.
Tell them they don't know.
I went to this event in Switzerland, and this couple came up to me and they were like, "Oh, are you Julian?" I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, thank you so much for speaking about the things you speak about." And then they specifically went into like caste and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And then they said, like,
how sober were you at this point?
Yeah, I was fucked. I'm not gonna lie. I was licked. Yeah, I was gone.
How did I know that?
I was gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously, I can hear what they're saying and stuff. Yeah. And then they're like, "Thank you for speaking about the caste stuff because we come from different castes and it was a struggle for us to even be together and stuff."
Oh, okay. And are they married at this point?
I think they're married. Well, that's what I remember anyway.
Oh, okay.
But they were like, "Oh, we've been through a lot because of caste and stuff."
Yeah.
And then they kept saying thank you and stuff. And I don't know if it was because I was drunk, but I was thankful. I was grateful.
Yeah.
But at the back of my head, I was also thinking about like the fact that I'm glad they're thankful. However, I wish you guys could also speak about it.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Especially the people that go through things. If you speak about it, then there are more people out there on social media who are going through something similar who can relate to it. And they would feel like they're not alone.
They're not alone. Get it? I think that's the key thing, the fact that you're not alone.
Yeah.
And what was I going to say? Similar to that, when I used to post a lot about it and openly talk about it on my story and my post, people who support me and people who are in favor, like people that agree with what I say, they won't say it openly on the platform. So if I post a post, the comments will be like, "Oh, why are you talking about this? Why are you trying to separate people? Caste doesn't exist, blah blah blah." People say all those things, and then there are people who will like my comment and they'll come and DM me. I'm talking about artists. I'm talking about independent artists. We're like, "Yo, bro, I fuck with you, bro. I fuck with this whole thing,
Why
bro."
Why the accent?
I don't know. Sorry. They're like, "Yes, bro. Now I'm gonna fuck man."
Nah, that's not what they say.
Okay, bro. I fuck with you, bro. I love that what you're talking about. This keep going. Yeah. I'm like, I'm like, yeah, thank you, bro, but why are you not talking about it yourself?
Yeah.
Why are you waiting for someone like me, a deadbeat, who no one fucking knows to talk about it?
Exactly.
So don't. The thing is, they don't want to get attacked.
That's the thing. I've had the exact same thing where I've had artists in my DMs saying, "Oh, thank you for speaking about this. This needs to be spoken about more and stuff." And again, I'm thinking like, you've got a bigger following than me.
Yeah.
If you speak about it, it'll make more of a difference than me.
It'll reach more people.
It'll reach more people, and people look up to you because of your, I don't know, art, music, whatever it is. Yeah. So when someone like you says it, it's people will trust you more and like understand it more.
100%.
So I'm thinking like,
they don't realize the impact they actually will have on people.
And like, I think one of the main reasons is because they don't want to be controversial. They don't want to mix it with politics, with music.
See, this is what I hate, bro.
Yeah.
When they say it's politics, no, it's not fucking politics.
It's life.
Because everything is fucking politics at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So they say, oh, I just want my social media platform to be lighthearted and like for my music only. Then why are you rapping about
you know what it
this
is,
and
yeah?
that? This and
you
this?
know what it is?
What?
I've said this before. Even deciding not to talk about something is politics. Because it's a political statement to say, I am not going to talk about politics because it has an impact on my career, which is politics.
That is 100% politics.
It's politics. Because if it's impacting your career, that means it's politics. Because of this reason, you're not able to get certain views or whatever it is. It's politics. But then if every artist spoke about these things, then it won't impact you because everyone's speaking about it.
Because similar to what you just said, I remember posting something on my Instagram like a few years ago, and then everybody was DMing me saying, "Oh, yo, bro, you're so right with this. This is so right."
Do you remember the topic?
It was something to do. I'll come to that story later. Okay. But then I know it's I hate begging people, but when it comes to certain things, you have to, innit? So I was like, but please, bro, can you actually make this comment you made here? Can you make it on your, or can you make it on the platform? Can you comment on my post saying that? Or can you even like share it? Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll do it. No problem. But nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, don't come and tell me that I'm right when you're not even gonna help me like fucking get there. And
that's the thing. So that's the thing. It's a tricky one. It's like, when we speak about it, we're grateful for people appreciating it. However, it will be even better if everyone speaks about these things.
100%.
The more people that talk about these controversial topics, the less it will have like the more of a difference you'll make.
Oh, of course, but let's put in layman's term. Me, I'm nobody. I say something controversial, but it's right. It's factual. It's what I said. A lot of people are not happy with it. But then if whatever I said, another 100 people, influential people say that, then that topic almost becomes I don't know how to explain it, but that topic almost doesn't just become I don't know how to explain it, bro. Like it lights more, it sheds more light on it, more importance on it, because more influential people are saying it.
Exactly.
You get what I mean?
And then the younger audience who follow these artists and stuff,
they look up to them.
They would think like, like if he's saying something, it must be right. There must, even if it's not right, there must be something to it.
Something to it,
like something to think about.
And then obviously over years of learning and learning and unlearning certain things, you realize, oh, you know what, this these artists used to preach this back in the days. Oh, they were right all along. Right.
But that's the
thing.
That's
what we need people to do.
That's the thing. It's not about it's not about people following these artists or anyone. It's not about you blindly accepting what they say. It's about willing to hear them out, and then you going out your way to do your own research, to speak to other people, like other relatives, family, and then coming to your own conclusion and deciding whether it's right or wrong. The topic can be whatever, but because this is about Caste, let's get to the point.
Let's quick one. You're an artist, right? You
to an extent.
Well, you're an artist, but do you ever feel like because of your political stance and because of your certain views on certain topics, and you're not afraid to speak them, do you think that's stop you from impact your future, like your career?
100%. I'll tell you.
You weren't able to perform certain places, or be invited to certain places because they when they see you, they think, oh, this is that fucker that talks about random shit.
And then they got this worry that I might expose some of their fuckeries and shit. I'm not like that. I'm not gonna go out my way to expose any people's fucked up shit.
No.
I'm not gonna do that. But I think they have this worry that. I think the reason they have that worry is because a lot of them are fucked up.
And they're guilty of it, innit?
They're guilty of it. So they think, if this guy comes, he might realize that we're doing some fucked up shit.
But have you noticed, when I don't know whose wedding it was, we went to someone's wedding, and it's you, me, Wendy and stuff, and then these bunch of boys who are artists and stuff, they came and joined us.
Yes,
and then they came and joined us, and then
I remember.
and they were talking, and then they said something.
They literally said
someone said something fucked, and then they looked at me and Julian, and they were like, we have to be careful because these guys might expose us now.
No. They said something. They said something about the ayat or some shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then these are probably I don't know what
it's like a Brahmin priest, basically.
A priest, basically. Yeah. And then we were standing there. And I didn't even say anything yet. They didn't say anything negative. They were just talking about it.
They're making fun of the ayat. Like everybody fucking does that, anyways.
Yeah. I don't even think they were making fun of him. They were just talking about something about him.
Yeah.
And then they looked over at us and then they're like, "Oh shit, these two are here. They might start. We gotta be careful about what we say around them."
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking, it's not about being careful.
Yeah.
It's just like, if you're gonna be casteist, if you're gonna talk shit about another caste, then clearly you're wrong.
You're wrong, of course.
And that's probably why you don't want certain people around you.
And the fact that they just looked at us and dropped the whole topic there and then.
Yeah. I don't care. It's good. I'm happy. If you feel uncomfortable talking about certain topics around us, I'm gassed.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm gassed. Because without even saying anything, I'm able to stop you from talking about that shit around me.
Yeah.
So you can talk about it in your own space, but at least you're thinking that, oh shit, this might not be a right thing to talk about.
I know this is nothing related to caste, but it's more like a white privilege or something, But at work, I'm not going to say where I work, but where I work, this guy who keeps going on about, he was talking about how black people say that black people get offended over everything, and I'm like, oh, tell me more. This man is like 55 years old,
white guy, obviously.
Englishman from Southampton, Portsmouth, I don't know where he's from. He's from the beachy areas. You're talking, and then he was saying like, but black people are offended over everything, and I was like, oh, please tell me more, because I got fuck all to do, and I'm bored, and I'm like, oh, tell me more. He goes, like, we invented the N-word, but we can't even say it. And they say it like left, right, center, like they invented it. I'm like, wait, are you mad? So I was like, are you angry that you can't say the N-word?
Why do you want to say
it? I was
it?
like, why do you want to say so bad to say it then? I can't give him the pass. To say it if you want to say it so badly. He goes, no, it's just like, we invented that word to, and I was like, yeah, you invented that word to like to put them down. Like in the worst ever possible way. So what these black folks did, they took that. And they owned the word. So they can use it themselves.
Exactly.
He goes, oh, okay, fair enough. But Jamie Oliver did like jerk chicken the other day, and people were saying that he didn't do it properly. Why is it wrong for him to do it? And I'm like, he probably took it and said it's better than black people's jerk chicken, and that's why they get offended. He goes, they get offended over everything, man. And sometimes, I'm like, you know what? No matter how many facts I drop right now and whatnot, they're not going to listen to it. And that's how I feel with the whole caste
topic.
No matter how many facts and like proper realistic things we talk about, they're not going to accept it, and they keep finding ways to like avoid it or like just dismiss it completely, and that's what I hate.
So one thing is, obviously we just spoke about the positive experience we get from sharing caste related
when people like genuinely come and
they appreciate it. Obviously there's also the other side where we sometimes get messages from people who don't want us to talk about these things. I'm not going to go deep into it right now. I will talk about it later in the podcast, or maybe another podcast. But the main point I'm bringing is that some people, what they say is, they come in my DM and they're like, why are you talking about something that don't exist here in UK or abroad in like the Western world?
The Western, so we're talking Europe, America,
Canada and stuff. They're basically saying you're talking about something so passionately which doesn't have an impact on anyone in these countries. So what I want to ask you and what I want to talk about mainly on this podcast today is, do you think the caste system exists here around us?
100%,
And my answer is 100% as well.
I've seen it live in the flesh. I've seen it, experienced it. Even till this day, I see it all the time.
Around you.
All the time, And so when people say, stop talking about something that happened back home years ago, bro, it still happens here. What is caste?
Okay, so obviously...
Imagine that guy from work, that white guy from work, he doesn't understand it. So explain it to him.
Let's do the scenario. You're the white guy.
Yo, mate.
You're the white guy, yeah?
I'm the white guy, mate.
Alright, cool. Let's go.
My name is Dylan.
What? Dylan?
Dylan Smith.
Why people are called Dylan?
Oh, Dylan. Oh, yeah,
Do you have a proper white name?
Can I just go Bob?
Alright, cool. Bob's back.
Bob Smith.
Yeah, Bob.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just came back from shagging my bad, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Why are you drinking a Jamaican drink?
This is invented by white people.
No, it's not. It's a Jamaican drink.
Well, it tastes
anyways,
nice.
What is it? I heard you wanted to ask me something.
What is this caste thing that you lot got on about?
Who's you lot? Speak properly. Who's you lot?
You know, you fucking curry munchers. Nah. I've heard a lot of Asians talk about caste, South Asian community especially.
Okay.
Talk about caste, and they say, "Oh, this person's high caste, this person's low caste."
Okay.
What does it mean? Like,
okay. So I'm not gonna go deep into it.
okay,
not because I don't
that's
have time.
what she said.
This ain't the time. This ain't the right time for this, is it?
Sorry.
So I'm not gonna go deep into this topic, not because I don't have the time,
Yeah.
purely because I don't know the facts. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
However,
Mhm.
I know enough to know that we shouldn't be following this thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So the caste system is basically back in the day, like many years ago, ancestors and stuff. They
Yeah.
had different professions and stuff.
Okay.
And the caste system is based on their jobs.
Oh,
So
what
like,
jobs they did.
if you do some like high class job, I don't know, some big job.
What
like,
is a high class job? An
I don't
example?
know, bro. Like I don't know, a doctor, maybe engineer or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry. In the Asian world,
Yeah.
a high caste are priests.
Priests. Okay.
Basically,
farmers maybe.
Farmers and things like that.
Yeah.
And the lowest are usually like the low ones. I'm not gonna say lowest because I don't know, but the lower caste are usually considered to be like fishermen or sewage cleaners.
Yeah.
And
Barbers,
just cleaners, things like that. Yeah. Based on my knowledge,
Yeah.
based on what I've learned, because obviously if I want to talk about certain things, I gotta do research. I can't just talk about something without knowing about it.
No, that's
So
true,
based on
true.
my research, I can pretty much confirm that caste does come from Hinduism, a
Okay.
religion.
Yeah.
Because it's to do with like,
What are you? Are you Hindu?
I'm not a Hindu.
What religion were you
I
born
was
into?
born a Catholic because
Oh.
my dad was a Catholic. My mom was a Hindu, but when she got married to him, she wanted to convert. So both Catholic. When I was born into a Catholic
So
family.
it doesn't help that you say this, having a Christian name.
Yeah, it doesn't help that I talk
Yeah.
about certain things because straight away the comments I get is, "Oh, this Christian hater." And then I reply to them saying, first of all, I'm not Christian. I'm not religious. I'm not Catholic.
Is that why you went through a phase wanting to change your name?
Yeah, no, the main reason I wanted to change my name is because I wanted a Tamil name.
Oh yeah.
Like my parents gave me.
Or like, Julian. I'm being Bob, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm
Bob.
ignorant Bob.
Yeah, but how does Bob know that I wanted to change my name? Bob's a nobody, bro.
Oh, shit,
Is he
sorry.
my friend?
Nah.
Yeah.
You can't be friends with Bob. He's a
Yeah.
racist.
So if like I said, in depth a little bit is that it comes from a religion, and the fact that like according to them, if you do bad in your previous life, you're reincarnated into a lower caste person, and the people at the top are the one. According to them, this is for me. This is bullshit. But according to them, the people right at the top of the hierarchy are the priests, the Brahmins, and they're the ones with the highest wisdom, and which means that they make the wisest decisions and things like that. So we should listen to them. And the people at the bottom apparently are not wise enough to make any decisions, and they should stick to their careers and their jobs and pass on that same job
To their children and stuff.
and then from that we go into the fact that when it comes to marriage, you stick to your own caste and blah blah blah. So Bob, this is it.
That's
now,
what caste is.
yeah.
Then.
So now
Okay.
Bob, fuck off.
Me too. Hey, bye.
All right, cool. So you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So caste, like Julian was saying, is the whole the profession, the jobs that your parents, grandparents did back in the days, and automatically you're born into it.
Yeah.
Even though you could be a fucking future doctor, but you're born into this supposedly lower caste.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what he's talking about, and because you belong to this certain caste.
Yeah.
It's assumed that you behave differently. It's you get the gist, and you get the idea, like what caste is in the most layman terms. But now we're going to talk about how it's still till this day strictly followed upon in the UK and
Canada,
the Western world.
is,
Yeah. That
Okay,
I've seen.
let's start with you. You tell me one example first, and then I'll tell you another one, and then we'll go from there.
One example. So a lot of people, I don't know, a lot of people don't know, but most people around me know that I'm not very religious.
Yeah.
And the only time you catch me in the temple is if I've dropped my mum off, or I've taken someone there, or picking them up from temple.
Yeah.
And I just go out of respect of my mum, because my mum believes in it, so out of that respect. But other than that, I don't give a fuck about it, to be fair. So that's that. And the first experience I've had with caste, well, I didn't know what it was, but I remember my dad having a fight with the guy because of this.
Yeah.
So
At the
we went
temple?
at the temple. We went to a temple.
Yeah,
My dad's a villain, bro. He's a fucking OG
Ruthless.
gangster. Yeah, ruthless guy. Don't give a fuck in it.
Yeah.
He fucking beats up high school children if they like.
Wait, this might come across bad, bro.
No,
Why is he going to schools and beating up kids?
When he takes the bus, and they're not getting on or getting off properly, he just pushes them.
Oh, he's not beating them up. Let's just clarify that. He doesn't beat up kids for no reason.
No, he just pushes his high school children from the bus. So we went to temple. I think I'm like 15 or 14.
Yeah.
There used to be the ceremony thing was going on. It was called a Suranpur.
Yeah. So you went to the temple.
Yeah, well, so we're doing everything. Yeah.
Who are you with at this point?
I'm with my dad, my mum and dad, my parents, my sisters, and another close family. We're just sitting there, and the puja, everything is done, and now we're just munching food and stuff. Yeah. And next to the temple, there's like a little alleyway. I'm not gonna say where the temple is. It's an alleyway, and next to that alleyway, the front-facing shops is like a fish shop. Why are you laughing?
No, because whoever goes to this temple, they know what you're talking about. Because you're saying I'm not gonna say.
There's a fisher shop, not fisherman shop, fucking fishmongers, where they sell fish. And there's a barber shop, like a Turkish barber shop right next to it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they were Tamils.
The barber must have parked his car in the alleyway to get into the fucking temple.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know who the fuck put a temple in the alleyway in the first place. That's dodgy as fuck. You have to go through some alleyway to get into the temple. That's fucked up as it is. Yeah. So this guy must have unloaded something onto his van. So he parked right across, so the temple people couldn't come in. And then this temple guy who's like one of the managers or the guy who takes your money basically. And he gives you a paper, he pays a paper in return where it says £5. So it's like you paid for Arjuna, innit? You pay for, he's the one that gives it to you, innit?
Yeah.
So he comes in angry, frustrated as fuck, yeah?
Who?
There's the temple manager or something comes in, pissed off as fuck, yeah? And everyone's like, what happened? What happened? I'm going to speak in Tamil. It's like, oh, can we do subtitles?
Yeah.
Yo, what happened? He goes, what's
Sambatar?
Ambatar is like the people that
barbers.
Barbers,
but it's like a caste name or?
I think it's a caste if you're a barber, innit?
Yeah.
So they were like Ambatar, comparing it to a dog, Nai, parked their car and left.
Yeah.
And then
in a temple.
In a temple. Everybody's eating, bro.
Yeah.
And then somebody was like, oh, okay. And he was like, and a younger guy was like, oh, let me go tell him to move. I know whose car it is, yeah? My dad, got up, he got up, and he was like, Porunga, you said Ambatar, whatever, How do you not know someone here could be that caste? If someone belongs to that caste, what do you do? He goes, no, I didn't mean like that. It's just, I'm like, no, you said Ambatar, nah.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Are they any lower than you?
Big up to your dad, though.
Yeah, is there any lower than you, and stuff?
Yeah.
And I was like, and then I'm just like, because obviously I'm young, I'm like, Appa, relax, Appa, let's sit down, Appa. And then I was like, no, you can't do that, yeah?
Say even in Tamil, say how your dad like spoke.
You go, inge irukra அந்த சாதி சேர்ந்த ஆகல இருந்தா என்ன செய்வ இப்ப? நீ என்ன கோயில்ல பெரிய முதலாளியா? நாங்கள் வந்து உண்டியல்ல காசு போறவரை இந்த கோயிலே நடக்குது. நாங்க இல்லாம ஒண்ணும் இங்க நடக்க மாட்டேது.
That's crazy, bro. I can't believe this actually happened.
Appa left the food, got up, and then we had to follow him out of the temple. And my dad has never put footsteps in that temple again.
How old were you at that point?
14 or 15.
When you moved here, right? It was here, right?
Yeah, it was in UK. Of course it's fucking UK, man.
Yeah.
So that used to be like, I was like, oh, yo. And then I didn't understand the seriousness of it.
The thing is,
you know what's fucked? Someone in our family, not my direct family, but part of my family, came and they said, oh, we've been going to this temple for this many years. You just can't come here and make a scene like that.
Yeah.
So my dad was like, so you just sit there and listen to him fucking degrading this group of people.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, but they don't know that we are that. And my dad's like, so who cares?
Yeah.
And that's my dad, yeah. Fast forward 10 years later, literally in 2017, 18, 10 years, I take my mom there. So me and my mom go to eat. We go to temple, right? I say eat.
Just go to eat.
I know, because I go to eat. Fast forward 10 years later, I hate going to this temple, but I'm still going with my mom. I go. And then we're eating and stuff, So my mom is, she obviously paid fucking £10 for Arjuna or whatnot. So she's got like fruits, coconut, and had like this.
Oh yeah, you've told me this story. Yeah.
So I hate eating there because I don't want to look like I'm just there for eating it. So mom's like, oh, you have to eat. In the carnival call, you have to eat. Yeah, okay, fine. So I have a plastic plate here, and 2 spoons in my mouth. I'm like this.
Why'd you have 2 plates?
One for my mom because she's got stuff in her hand in it.
Oh yeah, you're holding it.
Yeah, and I've got and for him. Yeah. And then this lady is like, excuse me, and run the plate with chicken. Yeah. I was like, Amma சொல்லி போடு நல்லா take away கொண்டு போங்கன்னு.
Yeah, but it's like was she trying to be funny but then rude?
She wasn't being fucking funny, the fucking ugly bitch.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Me, I straight away I remember the time my dad would vex. I was like, I gotta say something now, put the place on the fucking table. I was like, oh, நாங்க வீட்ல சமைக்காமல வந்து இங்க சாப்பிட வரனாங்க. ஏதோ கோயில்ல சாப்பிட கொஞ்சம் புண்ணியம் வரணும்னு சாப்பிட வந்தா ஏதோ வீட்ல வசதி இல்லாம இங்க வரேன். And there's another woman, that was in front of us. She's like, தம்பி நீங்க வாங்க, இந்த மனுஷி அப்படிதான் ஏதோ தான் தண்ட காசுல எடுத்து சமைக்கிற மாதிரி நிக்கும். ஒரு அப்பளத்தை கூட கேட்டா கத்துறது இந்த மனுஷிய. And I was like, and then I looked at my mom, like, idukka vaara sonninga. She goes, seri va pom. And ever since that day, my mom never asks me. She'd ask me to drop her off, but she never asked me to come inside or wait or do all the puja stuff, because I would never go. I know this story scarred you really badly, innit?
What?
Because you're proper thinking.
Nah, it's not scarring me, bro. It's a bit of a mindfuck though.
Because that people are capable of doing shit like that. Like the food one, it's annoying. But then the food one wasn't really caste related.
But
it's the whole like toxic environment. Yeah, that's fucked.
But more than that, it's like that guy saying the caste things openly, the name of the caste, and saying that or whatever. But the annoying thing is, what that uncle said, the guy, what the manager or whatever, what he said.
Pussy hole.
The truth is, that's the kind of things a lot of Tamil households, that's how they talk.
100%.
And we might not hear it because we're not in their house, no. But I've heard friends telling me that their parents casually drop it. It's part of their vocabulary, bro. To casually, if there's anything negative some Tamils are doing, they'll be like, oh, there must be that caste. Or they will casually use it as a swear word to diss their own kids and shit. Like, diss other people, like, oh, you, whatever.
It's like, if you know it's wrong and you're using it, then it's fucked up. But because in most cases, it's been a case, like you said, for example, a close friend of yours, right? He never knew the meaning of it, but he just casually throws it around.
Because they think it's a swear word.
Yeah, and where did you get it from? Oh, my parents say it all the time. My parents say it. Yeah. So for him, if you explain to him, which I think you have, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've explained to him what it is, and he doesn't say it anymore.
After that, he doesn't say it.
Yeah. So he catches other people out when they say it, because he tells them, listen.
And like, for the people watching, the word... Like, I'm going to explain what the word is, because I know
the common word
because I know for a fact that many of you Tamils watching this, I know for a fact that many of you Tamils,
right now there's some boys juicing up in a fucking Honda Civic and they're fucking saying that word now.
And the thing is in the past I've had people around me say those words, and that's before I even knew what it meant.
I've known you for like 12 years now. I don't think I've ever heard you say it. I haven't personally said it. I know I haven't said it, but I've said the P word. So the P word is P-U-N-D-A.
Or what?
Pundi.
Well, who says Punda?
I wasn't finished, bro. Spelling out P-U-N-D-A-I. Okay.
Yeah.
So however you spell it,
you know the word we're talking about.
But what they do is they add an adjective. They think it's an adjective, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's a degrading.
And if you're watching this, if you're a young Tamil guy watching this, you know exactly what we're talking about.
Exactly. Because I'm gonna spell it out. P-A-R.
Oh no, you can say it. Para.
P word. Yeah. They say that casually, like it's nothing.
Yeah.
I've heard 15, 16
and again, like we said previously, because of experience, based on experiences with friends, we know that a lot of people don't actually mean the casteist word. They say it because they've just heard their parents or uncles or other Tamils saying it. Yeah, so like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean that you use it in a casteist way.
No.
However, if you're watching this, and if you still use it after watching this, then you're being a casteist little prick.
100%.
Because now you know the meaning. We're going to explain to you what it means.
Don't give me that excuse that it sounds nicer.
It sounds nice. No, none of that shit. No. If you don't know, then I can excuse you, because it's like, you didn't know it, fair enough. You thought it was just another swear word or something. Yeah. So, okay. Explain to them what para actually means.
So para is actually an instrument that was used, I think most commonly South Asia. They use again, this is a separate community. That it's like a drum basically. It's like a massive thing like this. You play it like this, and I think it's most commonly used in sending off people once they're dead. So funerals. You play it because you want them to have a happy send off. So you play and obviously a certain group of people play that.
And this became a job, right?
It became a job. So that's why they were called parayer, I believe. So they do that, and because they played for funerals,
they were seen as lower
cost, because this is what they do. They were paid a bit of money, and they go and send you off nicely. So that's it, right?
By the way, this instrument is commonly used in every Tamil song now.
All Tamil.
So it's not
your boy Anirudh uses the pare, 100%.
Which is a good thing. It's not a bad thing.
Exactly.
But it's just for us to say that it shouldn't be just looked down on, because everyone uses it now. No. It's on every song.
It's literally one of the, because I've seen videos of
it's
English
one of our
people.
Cultural instruments.
It's a cultural instrument, yeah. So more than, you know what, you should be proud that you have this instrument as part of your culture, rather than it belonging to a certain group of people and stuff. But forget that. So that word.
Quick thing, but again, this instrument has a lot of history, a lot of culture behind it, and the reason we're not going deep into it is because we don't have the exact knowledge behind it.
No, we don't.
But 100% in the long run, when we have guests in our podcast,
we can speak about it.
I've got a couple of ideas already of who we can bring. Yeah, Santos. Yeah, like he's
Big up Santos, music producer.
He's one of the OGs of Tamil music independent scene. He's a music producer. And he knows a lot about this instrument because I've seen him talk about it a lot, and I've seen him get involved in India in like some like
he's just
part of these communities. So if we want to talk about this like in detail, next one of these podcasts when we speak about in detail, we'll get him on and he will educate you more about these things rather than us. But we know the basics, right?
Basics. So we can tell you enough for you not to use the word again,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I hate
because
saying
it doesn't mean anything.
I hate saying, but by today's standards, those people are low people.
Yeah.
But which I fucking hate to say.
According to the caste system.
They're actually not, but according to this fucked up hierarchical caste system we have, they are seen as low people.
Yeah.
So using something that belongs to them as a slur to degrade people, to swear at people, to say something really
That's
you're
it.
fucking emotional.
No, you're right.
Do that, it's fucked up. And if you're still out there using that word, and why are you stopping the use of word? Also, stop saying the N word, bruv. That's another thing.
Don't bring that up.
But I'm just saying, why are you stopping that? Stop using the N word as well.
Again,
I know my dad is darker than a black man, but you don't hear my dad say it.
And if you watch that and if you're still using it, then you're a casteist little prick. You're a waste man.
And your sleeps with other uncles.
That's a sticky one still. But and as Vithujan said earlier on,
sleep with other people.
No, not this one. Previously, as Vithujan said previously, stop using caste. Stop using para as a swear word, and stop using the N word if you're Tamil. However, this will be another whole podcast because I can't stand Tamils using the N word, bro. You can't. Just don't be a dickhead. Nah. Obviously, you've spoken about a couple of experiences here.
Yeah.
I want to talk about a story again that happened here in UK, which proves that casteism does exist here. Yeah.
Okay.
And I promise you, this might sound a bit fucked. The story I'm going to tell you might sound a little fucked, but it's true and it's 100% true. I'm not making anything up. All right.
This happened recently, or?
I got told this story. Someone told me, so I don't know when it happened. Maybe in the last 10 years, I guess.
I'm intrigued, bro.
Yeah. So let me tell you.
Story time, guys.
All right, cool. So, one of my friends told me that their uncle was a barber, right?
A barber, okay.
Yeah, and he had a successful barbershop, making shitloads of money.
I can imagine barbers make a lot of money.
Yeah. So he's got like a couple of kids and stuff, and they're making mad money. They're happy wherever they're living in London. Yeah, they're making good money. They're happy. Like obviously he's got good money coming. He's able to provide for his family. He can take them on holiday and stuff. Yeah. So he's living a happy life. And then next thing you know, some Tamils around the area start making comments like, "Oh, he's a barber. He's this caste. Like, don't invite him to your house. Don't do this. Don't do that." Yeah.
No, but the thing is, he wasn't. Was he? Was he a barber?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know this story. Maybe he was part of the barber caste, or maybe he was just doing it as a job.
Oh, okay.
I don't know these things. Yeah. Okay. But all I know is that people, the Tamil community around him started degrading him and started like pushing him aside, kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh, by not inviting him.
Yeah, putting him away from the community. They were like saying, yeah, you're not, like, you're lower than us, kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, so because of this kind of mental torture, this was in London, right? So because of this kind of mental pressure and torture that he was getting, even though he was happy with what he was making, he loved his job. He was enjoying it. He was able to provide. He's a happy guy. Even though he was happy, he started becoming unhappy because of the Tamil community around him, and they started putting him down,
slacking him off.
Yeah, and then he wasn't able to go to a lot of events and things like that. And what he did was he was like, you know what, fuck this. And then he moved outside of London, and he lived somewhere where there's not many Tamils with his family.
Yeah.
And he went and started working in a normal like a retail kind of job, like let's say a petrol station or something. Yeah. At this point, he's working in a petrol station, but he's not happy anymore because he's not enjoying the job and he's not making as much money.
No.
Yeah. So now at this point, he's coming home, and the only way to get over his stress and everything, he starts drinking.
Oh,
fuck.
And like he drinks a lot more than usual. Yeah. And at this point, he's like, when my friend went to visit him, he wasn't as happy as he used to be. So he's like always drinking. He's always a bit emotional. He's always down and depressed and stuff. Yeah. And okay, that's all I know about the story. Yeah. But then the rest. Okay, now when you think about the story, it proves the point, one, that casteism does exist in this country.
Yeah. Because that's the whole reason why.
And two, it's annoying. It's so sad. It's fucked up, and it makes me so angry. And it makes me think back to all those fucking guys that DM'd me saying, "Can you stop talking about casteism because it doesn't exist here?" And it makes me think of all those guys that tried to threaten me, saying, "Oh, you need to stop talking about this because Brahmins are at the top of the caste system. We do have more wisdoms, and people who are from a lower caste should stop talking about certain things."
What's an example of a well-established man that belonged to a lower caste? Anyone that we can? Do you know anyone?
Oh, like,
do you know anyone that belonged to a lower caste but did big things?
Oh, there's probably many, and then obviously one of them is
what's that one?
Ambedkar. Ambedkar, yeah. Ambedkar from India and stuff. Like he changed the narrative, man. He made a big difference in India in terms of.
Oh yeah, you posted something about Ambedkar on his birthday.
Yeah.
And then some people who had already messaged you regarding caste, saying that you should take your post down, messaged it again.
They didn't message me, but they opened a fake account against me. And in that fake account, what they did is they tried to make Ambedkar look like a bad person. And this is what they said. And according to that post that they made against me or whatever, they tried saying like, Ambedkar, who's from the lower caste, didn't have enough wisdom to speak about certain things. Even though Ambedkar managed to change so much in India, he made such a positive, progressive difference. Yeah, he managed to change people. He managed to change people's minds. Not only that, like legally, he changed a lot of things.
Was he around the Periyar era or later on?
I'm not gonna quote on that because I don't know exactly. Okay. But yeah, he was just like Periyar. He managed to change a lot. Yeah.
And because these supposedly high caste people, Brahmins, they don't like Periyar either.
Yeah, they don't, because anyone who's gonna question you and anyone who's gonna
oppose your views and stuff.
Anyone who's gonna ruin your privileges, you're an enemy to them.
But this is what I keep saying to people. Yeah, I'm going to be selfish. If I know that I don't fit into the ideal caste, that people feel privileged in, I know I'm not part of that. I'm probably the lowest on the spectrum, right? Which I'm proud to fucking be. I don't really want to put a label on in the first place, right? But I know I don't belong in the top tier one, right? But if I did belong in it, and someone I know there's so many privileges that come with it, right?
Yeah.
So why would I want to give it up?
Yeah.
So if I see you preach that, I'll be like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to give away my privileges.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's where
because I would think that's from a selfish point of view.
That's the thing.
I'm not like that. But I don't think even if I was born into that, I'll be educated enough and smart enough to think, you know what, this is fucked.
Hopefully.
But I'm hoping I would be like that. Yeah. But I don't think that it will be one of my main priorities, you know? It would be like, I know,
but this is the thing, bro. This is where like speaking up on a lot of topics comes with empathy. If you don't have empathy, you're not going to talk about a lot of shit.
No.
It's like, for example, like if a lot of people on my social media who are not Palestinians are constantly talking about it. I constantly post about it. I'm not Palestinian, but I can see what's going on is fucked up, and I feel like I need
in black and white.
Yeah, so I can see it. So it's the same thing when it comes to, I don't know, gender issues or whatever it is. Yeah, like caste issues or whatever. Again, I haven't experienced it yet, but I can see how messed up it is.
Yeah.
So if you can see it, why are you gonna stay quiet? That's my problem.
Of course.
If someone else around, this is the whole privilege thing again. Like a lot of higher caste people, they don't experience it. They can see it's happening, but it's not affecting me, so I'm gonna keep quiet.
Because they don't experience it, it's almost non-existent to them. It's not happening to them.
And if you told them it's happening, they're like, nah, it's not. It's not in this country.
That was back in the day.
That was back in the day. That's anymore. Huh?
Yeah, poverty. Obviously, a rich person don't know that.
Yeah. So it's like, it's in another country. It's back in the day. It doesn't happen here anymore. Yeah. But coming back to the story. So the story I've just told you about the man who had to stop his job he was enjoying to go do a job he wasn't loving, and he became depressed and alcoholic. Just that story shows you that caste exists here. Not only does it exist here, what is it doing to someone? It's like, it's literally bringing people down. You're bringing people down because of this non-existent bullshit that makes no sense.
Yeah, man, fucking this topic makes my blood boil, man.
Yeah.
Like, especially in this day and age, yeah. Like, let's be honest, yeah. The average human lives to about 80 years if you're lucky, if not 70, 75. I know I'm only gonna live to 55. I'm fucking gone, yeah. So why am I worried about something that has no significance in my life? Like, no significance at all.
Not only it's not that it's not significant to your life. It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be to anyone's life.
To anyone's life, but. Like I said, I know certain people that they work the most average jobs. There's nothing wrong with it. I know people who belong to lower castes come out and then they do amazing things. They
make differences, whatever it is.
They make more money. And then you have people from the high caste who still go temple every Friday, Saturday, go to all the pujas, all the fucking religious events, go to that, and they're still working the most ordinary job that anyone can get without having a degree, any job, right? They do those jobs. So the only thing they're holding on to is I might do this fucking dead job at the end of the day, but I'm high caste.
Yeah.
So and it's such a big topic. I feel like we can do more podcasts on these, but we will. Yeah, because this is just touching on it slightly. But I feel like because me and you, we have a lot of facts that I feel like more facts. And our trip to India and we can speak on a separate podcast. We can bring our guest in that we were speaking about earlier, but. Other than that, I was going to ask you, because I remember you once, like, when we were juicing up in the car. Yes, me and Julian, we do juice up in the car sometimes here and there. Yes. You told me a fucked up story back in the days where you went to some university event and then someone said, a girlfriend of a boyfriend said,
So basically,
can you tell us a bit about that, please?
Yeah, so basically, again,
this is something that happened recently.
Again, more stories to prove that caste does exist here. So this was in college, not uni. So in college, I had a female friend, and she was like, how her best friend was going out with this guy at this point, and this guy happened to be like a dancer or something, a popular dancer or some shit, within the Tamil community, and he told her to stop chilling with a group of her other Tamil girlfriends. He said, can you stop chilling with these girls? And she said, why? And he said, because they're not from our caste, and you need to stop hanging around with them because they're not like caste. They behave differently and stuff.
Behave differently what?
But wait,
they
listen.
wear the shoes the wrong way around.
I don't know. Yeah, but that's what he said, and but she didn't stop, obviously.
Do you know this person personally?
I don't know him personally, but I know of him.
Have you met him before? And stuff?
I've seen him here and there.
Why didn't you fucking slap him in the face? Why didn't you do one for the community and slap him?
Because when I saw him here and there, it was before I knew this story. After that, I haven't bumped into him. And to be honest with you, this was like a good 10 years or 12 years ago, yeah? And I don't think I'm going to bring it back up and shit, because he might have changed and stuff, yeah?
We're hoping he has.
Hopefully, but it's usually very hard for these kind of people to change. But anyways,
another story I got,
Yeah.
So me and Julian have a friend. We're not going to say the friend's name. But when we used to go to his house and chill and whatnot, we used to go there and drink up and just chill at his house and stuff. And then one day, he came to meet us on this side of the world, in this side of London. He came to meet us, and we just casually drinking. And obviously, me and Julian, when we're like drinking and we're talking, we don't talk about like girls and shit like that. We talk about like fucking.
So we're basically at this point we're Tamil uncles.
Yeah, we're Tamil
uncles. We
talk
about politics or controversial shit.
Yeah. The number of times I've said someone put a mic here, man. That's a podcast.
yeah. And that's probably why we started this. But
so we were talking about something, and then this friend out of nowhere, he's drunk as fuck. Yeah, he's gone out of his head.
And I'm gonna be honest, yeah. Every time he got mad drunk, a lot of random, shocking castist shit has come out of his mouth. Yeah. But not him directly saying it to us or anyone. But
this is the problem, yeah? He doesn't know what we are or what caste that we supposedly belong to. He doesn't know that. Yeah. So he's automatically assuming that we belong or we're the same as him, right? Yeah. So he's so brave to say these things. Yeah. So he said, oh yeah, my mom was asking the other day, what caste you two were? And we were like, that's so random. Why us two? Yeah. Oh, nah, because you lot have spoke the best Tamil out of the lot that came.
If anything, you speak the best Tamil.
No, Julian speaks decent Tamil as well. So me and
decent.
Julian, because the thing is, me and Julian, as much as we fucking grew up here and stuff, yeah, normally people our age, we speak in English, right? And me and Julian, we sometimes speak in Tamil.
Obviously to the parents as well.
So we speak in Tamil. So obviously we went to his house and we were chilling, and then me and Julian were just speaking in Tamil, like proper fluent Tamil. It must have been proper fluent because that person's mom was so impressed. She was like, oh,
what caste are those boys? Because they're speaking really good Tamil. And he said, I'm sure. And she goes, oh, they must belong to like a lower caste because normally like educated people don't speak good Tamil like that. And then he comes and tells us that shit. And we're like, what the fuck? How are you coming and telling us what your mom said about us? But he's hoping that we're not from that.
He's just mad drunk and he knows he shouldn't be saying it.
But remember,
and then another day, the same friend. A few months later, again we got mad drunk, and that's when the truth comes out. And he must have said that a couple of his boys must have said like, yo,
why are you chilling?
Nah, he's like, are you sure they're the same caste as us? How comes you're chilling with them? But listen to me, you fucking dumb. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna beep the swear now. But I'm tired of this shit. If you're watching this and if you're telling me that caste doesn't exist, we've just told you so many fucking stories and these first-hand experiences and people around us telling you that this shit shouldn't exist.
Why ex left me because I was a different caste to hers.
That's it. Tell us the story.
No, I don't want to
talk. Alright, cool. He doesn't want to talk about it.
I'll say briefly. I was going out with a girl for like 3 years, and it was all going lovely dovely and whatnot, And then one day, her mom and dad, I think her sister's husbands must have found out, and they were like, you're said something, and then she was like, called me, breaking up on the phone. She's like, oh, it's not gonna work. I was like, why? He's like, oh, because you're a different caste. And I was like, so? And like, oh no, it's just that if you go to parties, you're gonna be looked at differently, and all that. But the thing is, this girl was
looking out for you. She was
looking out for you because she said, I think she looked at the bigger picture, right? That I would have to be facing all this abuse in the future, family members looking at me differently, all this crap and all that nonsense, And then that's probably why she looked after me. But I can turn around and say that that's actually bullshit because right now I'm a happily married man. I'm married to a girl of a different caste. But my in-laws and my family, they get along so well. There's not a single difference between us.
And you see what Vithujan has at the moment. This should be the norm.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like saying, "Oh, that's so nice of them," but I shouldn't be saying that's so nice.
No. But why?
Because
is that nice?
This is how they should be. It's mad. Why am I saying, oh, they're so nice for treating you equally? Nah. No, but this should be the norm.
The reason why I say it is because
now you're right.
I've experienced it once with a different family, but then I know there are people out there who don't give a fuck. All they care about, their daughter or son is happily living. That's all they care about. And I'm very fortunate enough to end up in a family like that. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So you can unlearn it, untrain it. You don't have to. Yes, these people might have said something in the past or felt a certain way, but once they got to know me and my family, they know that, oh, listen, you know what, all this stereotype and all that bullshit is fucking nothing. And here we are, fucking 5 years later, still together, strong.
And, speaking on what you, touching on the topics you're just talking about, another reason why caste does exist in UK is, like Vithujan said, like about his story about being different castes in a relationship. It's a very common topic I've heard of around me. A lot of people, a lot of times, and I know if you're watching this, you've probably experienced it as well. Because I get in my DMs so many times whenever I post these caste things.
You know, Julian's DMs are so fucking filthy. Not in that way, not in that way, but in the sense that I like to think that I more popular than Julian in terms of followers. It sounds so fucking cocky right now. But the amount of shit and abuse my guy gets in his DMs, I asked him one day, how the fuck do you sleep at night? Knowing someone wants to strangle you and fucking kill you. How do you sleep at night? And he's like, nah.
Nah, it is what it is, isn't it?
But it's not nice to wake up to a thing saying, I'm gonna fucking kill you, bro.
Nah, but eventually, the thing is, I don't get many of the killing ones. That's mad,
Nah, we get abused.
But obviously, you get like threats here and there. I've had like phone call threats as well. Obviously, you know about that. But we're not gonna go into that. Another podcast, a whole podcast for that. But
Can we do a podcast where we prank call all those numbers again?
I don't even want to prank them. I want them on this podcast. I want to talk to them, bro. You know, like a normal conversation. I want to know, why do you think like this? Like, why do you think you think you're better than everyone else? Okay, let's not get sidetracked. As I was saying, this whole relationship thing is a good reason to show that caste does exist here. Even if it's not as obvious as back in India or back home and stuff, even if it's not like openly said like, oh, you can't wear these shoes, you can't come inside this temple, you can't do this, you can't do that. Here, it is there in different ways. It's there when it comes to marriages. When you want to get married, when it's time for you to get married, they do look at caste. 90% of Tamil families do want to know what caste is the girl, what caste is the guy and stuff, yeah? And one of the ways they're able to maintain the caste system is arranged marriage, so
getting married within your own caste.
Like I think one of the main reasons a lot of Tamil parents are very adamant about making sure their kids have an arranged marriage and they're against love marriages. Come on, let's be honest, one of the main reasons is that they're scared that if you have a love marriage, you might bring someone from a different caste, and if it's an arranged marriage, you can maintain them within the same community, caste, same people.
There's nothing wrong with arranged marriage if that's how you like to do your. If that works out for you, fine, then fine. But what had in the past, where people say, "Oh, I fell in love with my boyfriend, we just happen to be the same caste." I'm like, no, you didn't. You fucking chose it. There's no way.
It was arranged.
It's arranged, but. It's a tricky one because let's be honest, we know people who married, arranged married,
and they're happy,
and they don't follow up on any of that caste bullshit. So
they just have that respect for their parents and stuff.
Yeah, kudos to them. So there are good and bad to each thing, right? But like you said, majority of it
is to
help preserve it and keep it safe and
stay in the same community and stuff. What I find even more messed up is when it comes to like marriages, this is like, I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this, or you've heard it around you, and I know you would have heard it around you as well. A lot of Tamil parents are okay with their children, their daughters or sons, getting married to someone within the same caste but fucked up person. They would rather have that than someone of a lower caste but a really good person.
I know certain Tamil parents, they'd rather have their daughter or son marry a white person than someone of their own. I'm not against you marrying a different culture. That's beautiful at the end of the day.
Course, do what
a black person, Chinese, fucking white person, English person, whatever. That's a beautiful thing, because we need more mixed babies in this fucking world. But they take pride in the fact that their son or daughter married an English person or a white person.
The whole point of this topic is the fact that why are Tamil parents okay with the idea of they can get married to white people but not Tamil people
of a
lower caste, even though they're the exact same culture, eat the same food.
If anything, that's 90% closer.
But
you know why? It's because they behave.
What would other people think? That's one main thing.
What would other people think? And lower caste people, they just act differently.
How?
They probably have longer toenails. Do you know what I mean? It's dumb reasons. Fucking reasons all the time. I don't know why Prody White is on his fucking phone when he should be fucking looking at the camera and fucking checking the mics.
Make sure we're focused. Sound is on. Very good. All right. Let's go. You know, there are white people that would come and be like, oh yeah, but I come from a poor family and stuff.
Council estate or shit like that.
I come from a poor family. What are you talking about privilege? When people talk about white privilege or caste privilege or Brahmin privilege or whatever it is, it doesn't mean that you come from a rich background. When it comes to opportunities and stuff, the white person or the higher caste person would have the advantage. So it's not to do with who's poor, who's not poor.
It's your caste is never gonna be used against you for you to get being stopped from doing certain things, basically.
So for example, let's give a quick example. Here's there's a barber and there's a Brahmin priest. Let's say the Brahmin priest family is earning less than the barber family, and let's say the Brahmin's like, oh, how are you talking about privilege when we're earning less than you because we don't make enough money and stuff. Let's talk about the differences these two families have. I can ask the Brahmin, can you go to that temple? And they'll be like, yeah, we can go wherever we want. Can the barber family go to any of these temples? Oh no, they can't go to that temple. They can't go to
this way. Can the barber family come and eat in the same house as you?
No, they can't. But can the Brahmin eat anywhere in this world?
Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
Yeah,
that's the privilege they have.
That's the privilege. It's not. We're not always talking about financially, but all the other privileges fucks people up mentally. That's what you gotta understand. Like the previous story I told you about the barber guy who had to get a different job, who became depressed, who became alcoholic. It's not. He was.
Is this alcoholic uncle still around?
I don't know. I'm not. Yeah, must be. Yeah, but I need to find out about that. But
I feel bad for him, you know.
But that's just one of many. Do you get it?
That's just one instance.
One of many. So when it comes to like privileges and stuff, what you need to understand is Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, but I think you squeeze your brain too much today, you know.
Nah, so
about this. But yeah, there
was another example I wanted to give.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, one more thing I want to quickly say.
Oh, go on. I'll live for examples, bro. You have some mad stories in your life, you know.
Bro, no, bro, there's just too many. I think everyone has these stories, but people don't look into it. No. They just let it go past their head. Do you get it? Whereas like something might happen around me, and I might be like, wait, this ain't right, or like I might want to tell them, or I might keep it. I might not tell them in the moment, but I might think about it. Do you get it? So there's actually 2 or 3. I want to say 2 things. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
2 quick things.
We have all the Prody Y. How long is the episode so far?
I think it's on our audio thing. It says 1 hour 20. However, we're probably gonna cut a lot of waffles. No, one of the examples I wanted to give, to prove that caste does exist again here, is when I was in uni, like first year of uni, I'm meeting all these Tamils. We're sitting there, we're chilling, drinking again. Yes, it's part of the culture. It wasn't a car
park though.
Huh? It wasn't a car park. It was in like a uni kitchen or something. Yeah. And we were juicing up and we're just having our standard debates, conversations, or whatever. Yeah. And I think this was one of the first times I had like the caste topic debate, with like people my age or whatever,
So were you already educated at that point, or?
I was never educated, but I always knew that it was wrong. I always knew that it was wrong. I wasn't like educated where I knew what it was exactly.
There must have been a point in life where you realized, what the fuck is this caste thing?
No. It's only because ever since I was a kid, my dad raised us to be like, if anyone ever asks like, what caste are you? Where are you from exactly in this area of thing? It's because they want to.
It's funny, innit? You can find out what caste people are from depending on what village they're from.
Exactly. And my dad, the reason he used to say that is because he said, if people ask you these questions, don't be friends with these people, because he was like, they want to treat you differently based on what you are. So you don't need to be friends with them. He was like, even if they are a lower caste people trying to figure it out, or a higher caste people trying to figure out, they have that mindset that they're going to treat you differently after they find out what you are. So because of that, I was against it. It's not that I was educated on it. No. I was just told, don't believe in it.
What your father told you.
I wasn't like educated where I knew exactly what it was. I just knew enough to know
that it's fucking bullshit.
We shouldn't be treating people differently. Which is basic fucking common human decency,
Tell them, bro.
It should be common decency, but unfortunately it's not, So when we're debating with these students at uni, so majority of the people, obviously, even if they don't believe in it, they're trying to act nice, and they were like, oh nah, caste is bad and stuff. But this one girl, which I appreciate, because she was being open about it, and I was able to say my view. I don't think so, no. And she was like, oh, to be honest with you, caste does make sense to an extent. I was like, okay, like, do you want to tell me? Maybe I might learn something new. And then I was like, how so? And then she was like, oh, because people from different castes do behave differently, And I was like, and then I was like, in this country, I was like, so there was about 8 of us, And I was like, so based on our behaviors, can you tell me what caste everyone is? Can you say who's lower, who's higher? And then she was like, oh no, not like that. But then let's be honest though, she was like lower caste people are more violent and aggressive and things like that, And then I couldn't believe what I was hearing, bro. I swear this happened, Wallahi this happened, And then I was shocked, and I was like, and this is what I said, I was like, because obviously I'm drunk and I'm getting into this debate, and I'm like, okay, so tomorrow, if I brought 100 people into this room, and if I gave you time to get to know these people,
you would do shit.
And then I was like, because in my head I'm thinking this should be a social experiment, But if there was 100 people in this room, and if you could differentiate them into not even 5 different castes, but just higher and lower, would you be able to do that? And she was like, oh yeah, if I got to know them, I can probably see like who's lower and stuff, Because
some confident girl,
This is what I explained, and this is what you guys listen to this properly. This is where it is, You know how she said lower caste people behave differently, Okay. So I'm gonna bring one example that you said at the start of this podcast,
Okay.
So you said you went to the temple with your dad, and someone said something about what's the
Ambatar.
And then they
Ambatar Nai. Ambatar talk.
Yeah. And then your dad got angry, right?
Yeah.
And your dad shouted at him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, listen to this, So for external people watching him, who didn't listen to the conversation, he's the violent guy there.
Oh, I see what you did there.
He's the angry guy there.
Yeah.
How's your dad behaving? Violently,
yeah. He's aggressive right now. He's
an aggressive guy. Yeah. But why is he aggressive? Why is he violent? Because he's had enough of their bullshit.
Yeah.
He's had enough of being treated differently.
That's it.
Yeah. So what you guys need to understand sometimes is when you fucking privileged fucking stupid ass fucking idiots try to say that, oh, these people behave aggressively, angrily, or differently, you need to understand that sometimes you need to think about it. Sometimes people behave a certain way because you've made them like this.
All these years of
oppression has made them speak up. But sometimes another problem with you fuckers is that when people speak up,
not all of you fuckers, some of you,
a majority of you fuckers, is that when people speak up, you think of it as aggressive, angry guy. Like when I speak about caste things, people in my team like, why are you so emotional about it, so angry?
Yeah, have you not had it when you talk about it passionately, and someone's like, oh, relax, bro.
Yeah, like you're
like calm down,
being
bro.
So sensitive and angry and emotional about it. And then I'm just thinking like, if someone's speaking about it, you need to understand that there's a lot of anger built up in them.
That frustration comes from somewhere. It's not just built up randomly.
Yeah. Okay. Let's think of
Do you condemn Hamas though? That's literally what it is. Do you condemn Hamas?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Hamas is a byproduct of what the fuck Israel recreated. But people are afraid to say that shit.
Exactly.
Hamas happened because of the fucking bullshit you put Palestinians through all these years.
Exactly.
And then they ask you, do you condemn Hamas?
Yeah.
Piers Morgan, you little bitch boy.
Yeah. So people like Piers Morgan and stuff, they just don't want you to fight back and stand up for your rights.
Nah.
As long as you don't stand up, you're a good guy. As long as you behave and you're below us.
Behave the way they want you to behave.
As long as you're below us and you remain a fucking like a little bitch, for them it's like, oh, he's such a good guy because he's listening to us. The second you're like, you know what, we're not being treated equally. I want to speak about this. I'm going to get angry. I'm going to fucking speak loudly. Even being loud is like,
oh, he's so aggressive.
He's so loud. Why are black people loud? Why are the...
Finish this shit.
I'm done. Yo, you guys, not you specifically watching the podcast,
Well, you know who you are.
But it's the exact same thing. You know when people say like, oh, this black person is bare loud or whatever, you fucking idiots need to understand sometimes, a lot of like loudness and anger comes from oppression.
100%.
Years of oppression
100%.
makes you angry, makes you want to speak up about things. And when we speak about it, you're like, oh, such an angry person. These type of people are so angry, so uneducated. Look at us high class people. Look at us, like we're so calm
decent,
and stuff. That's because all you did is fucking
put it like the clearest way possible. Say you're in an abusive relationship, domestic relationship.
The gaslighting bitches,
gaslighting motherfuckers. Like say the husband, literally. Okay, let's make it twisted. The woman is always like, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. 10 years later, the husband's had enough. He's like, shut up, will ya? Will you shut up? Actually, I can't say that name because it's shut up, will ya? I've had enough of your bullshit.
Why are you such an angry person?
Fuck.
It's the gaslighting,
That's the gaslight. Don't ever gaslight.
But the way there's gaslighting in relationships, it's the same when it comes to all these privileges, bro. It's like as soon as people speak back, you get bare offended, bro. It's like, oh, why are you so angry? Oh, why are you doing this? Why are you guys...
You know why? Because they're used to silencing them all the time. They hear
they don't
one
want you to
squeak
talk
and
back.
they hate it.
They don't want you to talk back. This example can be used with Palestine, Israel as well. As soon as Palestinians start talking back, it's like, oh, what are you guys doing? Don't talk back. Don't get rude to us. We want you guys to be lower than us. As soon as Tamil people speak against the Sinhalese government, why are you guys talking back? As soon as people from a lower caste start speaking up for themselves, it's like, you guys are aggressive, you guys are angry. Same with black people.
You behave differently.
Shit's pissing me off, bro. I'm done for today.
Wait, what?
I'll come in the next podcast.
That's it? Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. I know this topic might hit a bit hard for some of you lot. Like, it hits... it's a bit controversial, this one. But as you can see, Julian fucking walked off. He's had enough, clearly. But we will see you in another podcast. We might revisit this topic again because this country's fucked. Things keep happening to us anyway. So, we'll revisit this and I'll see you at the next time. Oh, Julian, say bye at least before you go.
Fuck this.
Alright. See you later, guys. Bye.